Okay, in this guide we're going to cover multiple audio systems in one zone. What this means is, in the example we have in front of us, we have a Marantz providing multi or surround sound to the living room zone. We then have a multi-room audio chassis providing background audio to the same living room zone. This could be the case that the customer wants a 5.1 on-wall system or standalone system in a living room to do the video sources, and then they prefer 246 ceiling speakers, maybe it's a large living room, for when they're wanting to listen to their background audio. And they don't want the audio from the TV coming from the ceiling, and vice versa. They don't want the background audio coming from their surround sound kit. So, if you've never tackled this before, the logical thinking would be to label up the zones as you would normally program them independently. So we've got here the living room zone labelled up in the Marantz. We've then got the living room zone labelled on the Niles audio chassis. And if I go into the viewer, we can see here we have two living rooms. One living room has the video sources, which is the Marantz, and the other living room has the audio source, which is the Sonos. Now this will work. It's a little bit confusing for the user. It does mean that they would be able to run a video source and the Sonos audio source at exactly the same time, which you don't necessarily want. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a generic single zone controller, and we're going to combine these two zones into one zone. Now, for ease of programming, what we want to do is we want to rename these zones so we can find them later. So I'm going to call this one living room AVR for AV receiver, and then I'm going to call the other one living room MRA for multi-room audio. So that change will happen straight away in the viewer. So we've got our two sub-zones, if you like, and we're now going to add in a generic single zone controller. So there we go, generic single zone controller.